gentlemen, Mr. Mark Dwyer teaching you how to do domain and range. Please enjoy.
Alright, so let's do domain and range of these four graphs down here. I like to call these scanning. For the domain, I'm going to scan from negative infinity. I'm going to do.
Let's continue the problem by Mark Dwyer.
So your range, you're going to be scanning horizontally. It starts hitting the graph right there at that point. That's the lowest point on your graph, which seems like it's at about -3. So at -3, including -3, put a bracket like that, and it goes all the way up to infinity. So that's why the range is from -3 inclusive, comma, infinity. Let's do B. Let's do it a little bit quicker. So the range, domain, scan, scan, no, no, yes, right after that point, because it's an open dot, right after that point and all the way to here, all of those points between there and there, it touches the graph. And in other words, every single point here, like where's 2? Is 2 part of the domain? Yes. Go up to the graph, 2, 3. The point 2, 3 is on my graph, so 2 is part of the domain. And so the domain for that is going to be from, what was it, -3? I gotta take a look at it because now I forget. Yeah, it was an open circle. So it's not including -3 and including +4. That's the domain. And the range, now we're going to go from horizontal line scan from -infinity up. The range, no, no, almost, but no. So starting at, where am I at? I'm at 0. See where I'm scanning? That's 0 on the y-axis. So from 0, not including 0, all the way up to here, including 4, and nothing above it. That's my range. Alright, let's try letter C. Let's change it to blue. Yes, 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 because this arrow right here, it's going to eventually get to that. Same with this arrow on the right, it's going to eventually get, so the domain for C is all real numbers, -infinity to +infinity. The range for C, look again, start with your scan it down here, and it's not going to touch it until that point right there. And what's that point? That point is at -3. So at -3, including -3, I'll put a bracket like that, all the way to +infinity. The range is from -3 to +infinity. Part D. What color you want, Adam?
Let's go with magenta.
I don't know what that is, but let's go with, I think that's a purplish color. So for D, no, 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 yes right here at 4, including 4, and yes right here, or sorry, at -1 as it stops. So in between here, all of those would touch the graph. So it's from, what did I say, -4, comma, positive or -1, not inclusive. I think that's what it was. Alright, let's take a look at this E, at the graph E here. The domain of the graph is going to be all real numbers, but the range, notice that there's a horizontal asymptote, which means this graph is going to, as the graph goes further to the left, that graph is going to get closer and closer to 0, but it's not ever going to touch it. So let's do the same thing that we did before. Let's scan it. Let's scan it with a graph. No, 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 no. At 0, no, but as soon as you get above 0, it's going to start hitting the graph. So our range for this one is going to be from 0, not including, to +infinity, because then as you go above it, it'll always touch the graph. So that's how you tell, and this is -infinity to +infinity. That's how you tell domain and range, by looking at a graph and using the scan method. Vertical scans for the domain from -infinity to +infinity, and horizontal scans for the range from the bottom, -infinity, to the top, +infinity.